So okay, I know it looks a bit of a state at the moment, but because that washer's bigger, we're going to remove most of that. Anyway, that's that washer moving around on the inside, but we're going to remove most of that anyway and smooth it all out. So let's try and make this look all nice and pretty now then. So we should have really, to give the metal somewhere to go, we've welded the surface together and we've cleaned this all nice and clean. But look, it reveals the crack here. So basically we've just ground it all off again, and there's not a lot holding that washer onto there now, is there? Because this is the joint, just where they're touching. So we should have turned this into a V really. But we're all right, don't worry about it. We'll still work on it. We might come back and weld that again yet. Because what we did that to that, didn't we? And basically by cleaning it up, we're just taking it all off again. So we're going to have to leave this time, make a little hump here, allow this to be a bit humpy dumpy sort of thing. Let's see how we get on. So I should have cut a V shape on the end of there, so the metal's got somewhere to go. So by cleaning it up like that, that's not holding at all. So we've left, that's barely holding. That's got a good grip because I've sort of allowed it to stick out a bit, if you get what I mean. The front of it stick out, so it's fully gripped there. But if I ground that down much smaller, it would go back to the joint and the crack. It's only going to hold a switch. It doesn't really matter, does it? Once this blends back in again, do you clean it all and paint it? What do you do with it? Again, like all these switches, it's the practice. I'm sure you will be able to we'll get it on the belt sand and we'll round that off nicely. This is just giving you an idea and giving you a route, you know, and the pitfalls. So I'm sure you would do a much better job. So let's get it on the belt sander. Let's round that up a bit. And let's figure out where we're going to put this. Switch is there. We need it on the top of this here somewhere, don't we? So we're going to put a nut on here without welding the thread in. Oh, that's going to be a mission. But anyway, let's clean this up first. Make that look nice. And we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So what I did was I wanted to use one of these. That would be nice. It'd be a nice big nut to sit there, but that's sitting there lovely. But it makes the switch out of range there then. It's not good. We're going to stick to what we originally was going to use, which is this. So rather than, we could fit it there and fix it and weld it. But I'd like to have that adjustment in, so we're going to attempt to weld a little nut here without blocking the bleeding thread on the inside, so we can screw this in and out to where we want it, give it a bit of adjustability. And this fits in there just nice anyway, and it fits better for the switch. So we're going to have to stick to this. We're going to have to find a nut to fit in there. So we said it's got to be on the top, either at the bottom or the top. So we want that way, and there's another hole going this way, isn't there? So let's first of all make a flat area here first. Yeah, turn this into a flat area. The problem with getting a small nut on there is you're going to burn both ends, aren't you? You can't just stick a nut there and burn it there, because you're going to be very lucky if it works. So we're going to put that there in 3. They're not locked. They're not like screw locked on. They are just touching each other to the area they want to be. We'll still be able to wind this in and out. We'll burn along here. Hopefully they'll catch. Hopefully we won't weld the thread onto the end of there. We're going to draw this in so that won't get caught and burnt. Clamp this on here. Burn that in there. Let's see how we survive. Hopefully that sticks. Then we'll be able to thread this in and out then. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. So just welding one solitary nut on there. Oh, you're going to bring the weld round here, you're going to burn it. You're never going to... So close, isn't it? So what we're going to do is going to do that. And the bolt itself is going to protect the... that's like locked in now, hold on. The bolt itself is going to protect, it's going to protect its own thread by just being there. And then if we do have to cut one out or move it around, we can do. But we've made ourselves a little flat area. Stick that there, jam that in, weld them on, and then hopefully we draw this out, and that will give us our adjustment in and out, what we want. And then once this is in place, we can do whatever the hell we want with it. Got that captured in there now, and this is still screwing in and out. So this is going to protect. We want just one of them to catch, because if we have to cut this out and sacrifice it, then we have to cut it out and sacrifice it. We just want this middle. We want this middle one, but these two will support it. So let's go across here and burn across here, from there to there, and then if this still turns, we'll go around the other side and we'll burn the other side. And I've got a little plan for that. Yeah, a little plan for that to make that look not like it is, hide it. So let's do that first. You don't want too much of this sticking out, because you get a burn onto there, you'll never screw this back in, or you'll kill the thread bringing it back in. So you just want that there, just to protect that thread. This is about right. About right. Just tap that to where you want it. Ooh. Get in there. Burn these three. Hopefully they stick. Hopefully we won't burn the end of here, and we'll be able to withdraw this here. Because even if we do catch the thread or spit on this thread here, it doesn't matter, because we can take it out and put a new one in. It's that inside thread we want, isn't it? That's what we want. That's all we want. Come on, let's do that. Hey, we did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. Look, we got the three of those on, and then that still turns, look. So we're okay, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. That's burnt on there nicely, isn't it? So let's go the other side and let's burn this side in now, and hopefully the thread still turns. Yeah. So what we'll know is, we'll know which side the problem lies. We know it's not that side, so if we do burn it and it sticks and jams, we know what side the problem's coming from. Our plan worked. We look, that this is working now, look. So we've got a thread on this. This thread's in and out. We haven't caught the back of it, so the thread's able to come out nice and clean. So at least we've got this adjustment here. But obviously this looks a bit obvious and a bit naff, doesn't it? I've got an idea for that. I was thinking of cutting a mother box spanner, fitting a box spanner, cutting a groove in a box spanner, sitting a box spanner just over the top of it and cutting it short here. That would make it look quite nice, wouldn't it? Let's have a bash at that, I think. First of all, let's find the right size little box spanner for there. This is the same size nut. This is a little box spanner. If we could, this is the nut, that's there. If we could get this little box spanner, if we could cut this into a form of a cover over there, probably we want one bigger, don't we? We could make that. See, these box spanners are just a different size tube whenever you want them, so we're going to make that fit, and will it look odd? Or should we get one slightly bigger and it'll just be sitting over the top there like that? coming maybe back to here, it'll make that look prettier, won't it? Yeah, put some sort of a cover over here. Yeah. But is this not quite the right depth? We want one a bit longer and a bit deeper, don't we? A size bigger, and it's going to be easier to fit over, because we won't want to fit over as from the bottom of here to the bottom of there, so it has to be maybe a bit bigger. I do the trick. Cut a slot in here, fit this over, or put a thin slot under there, slide them in there with a slot underneath, and cut that there, because it's still going to be behind the cow's head. You're not really going to see it, are you? And it's going to hide the fact that there's something connected there, maybe. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Well, if we can, as you can see, we've cut a groove in this here, put that over there. If we can, we'll knock that clinker off, we'll come down to here, we'll put that there, we'll weld that in there, and we'll weld that in there. That'll make it look a bit prettier, won't it? What will you do? Will you cut a slice across there like that, and then try and fill it, or what? Or leave this here anyway? Let's do that first, see what that looks like. Yeah, but look, ooh, shall we try the head? No, that is still, the thing is though, look, this is still turning. Hold on, let me show you. This is still turning, so we're all right. It was, yeah, it is. That's still turning, so we're okay. The heavens have just opened, but look, that fits on there lovely now, doesn't it? Yeah, that fits on there lovely. Let's try it vertically. That's perfect. That's perfect. Our little switch is going to be there. That's going to sit there. We're going to hook our apron on it, whatever. We're going to put false screw heads here. That's not going to, that's always going to level itself up, isn't it? Does that need to go in a smidge? Yeah, let's wind it in a touch. We wanted the availability to be able to screw this in to exactly where we want it. Still a little bit. Oh, I wonder if that'll take a few more turns. Let's give that a few more turns. It's a bit either too much or too little. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the ticket. Yeah. One more turn. One more. Ooh. Come on. Get one more turn. This is what we wanted. We wanted this ability to adjust. They are. It's going to sit on there lovely. Let's tap this forward slightly. Tap that to there maybe. It's going to sit. It's going to hang naturally, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I think we're doing all right. So let's weld this up now then. So I've just cable tied it in place for now, but ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, the secret alarm is going woo, 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 woo. And you wouldn't know that this is the hook that holds my Scout Craftery inspired workshop apron. Woo, 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 woo. So I've got somewhere to park my apron. Woo, 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 and the alarm's going woo, woo, woo. And the alarm switch is under here. On is off and off is on. And we're just about to switch the alarm back on. Give it a bit of a time delay. Put the apron on there. You wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know. Maybe paint it black or whatever, or just show you the thing. So anyway, so I've gained a hook to hang my apron on whenever I finally put it, and keep the place tidy. And it hides the secret switch. On is off and off is on. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. That's just leaning forward slightly. Maybe next time we fit it, it needs to fit a bit more. But anyway, look, we've done it. We've done it. The secret cow. And a hook to hang an apron on. Wow! Boy, oh boy, we just need to find a nice place to fit it, you know, fit it to or whatever. But for now, I've just put it there. And you wouldn't know, would you? Painted all black. Put some screw heads in there so it looked like it's screwed into place. Maybe rotate it slightly. A little bit. Cable ties of, there we are. There we are. Anyway, we've done what we wanted. I saw it on holiday and I instantly knew what I was going to make out of it. And now I can say, without fear or favour, I've been called I can say, hold my apron, you cow. Hold my apron, you cow.